Welcome, everybody, to the Save Point Podcast. My name is Dan. I'm joined here by Ryan and Chris. How you guys doing today?
I'm still doing great.
Still doing great. Take 3 to try to get this. Yeah, I know. Thank you for... thank you
I
for...
think you have to ask me because technically it's the first time they're hearing us.
Yes.
This is like the 4th time I've said how I'm doing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been fun trying to set this up today. But no, thank you for downloading us from wherever you're downloading us. Check us out or follow us on Twitter at the Save Point TV, and also no, that's actually our Twitter. Or I'm sorry, that's our Twitch. So our Twitter is at the Save Point. Our Twitter is twitch.tv/the Save Point TV. So
okay, you still did it wrong.
Did I still do it wrong?
You said our Twitter is at Twitch.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
I'm in physical pain right
now.
now. Physical
another
pain.
take. We're rolling with it.
Yeah, we're rolling with it. Our Twitter at the Save Point. Our Twitch, twitch.tv/the Save Point TV. Yay! Finally got it. So, what is it? It's harmless plug to whoever those other handles are. So, but check ours out. But no, I think we can safely say we've all been playing one game since we met last time. It's one game that's been highly anticipated, and that's Sonic Frontiers. I mean, like, how are you guys doing with that?
I will punch you in the head. See how I censored myself? I'm getting better.
Podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, no. Obviously, it's been God of War.
No, that's nothing against Sonic and Sonic Frontiers. I'm sure it's a fun game. I love Sonic, but you're a jackass.
I am a jackass, but no. Obviously, we've been talking about God of War.
God of War.
Yeah, or we are talking about God of War.
God of War.
We're not going to get into any spoilers right now. I know that,
which means we can't talk about much.
So, Chris and Ryan, you guys have actually beaten the game, correct? You've beaten the story.
The story, yeah. I'm close to.
Yes,
I'm very close to platinuming it and beating everything.
Yeah. So, I am not, and it's not a dig. I just literally just haven't had time to play it, but I have been. As Chris,
no, you had more time. You just chose to play another game.
he's playing it. He was playing it. He played it. He was playing it when he called me earlier.
Yeah. So I've been playing it, and I'm through. I'm to a part. You know that
I saw where you are.
Yeah, so you saw where I'm at. I know I still have a lot to go.
Yeah, a lot more than you think.
Yeah, so, but I am enjoying it. I think that's right now. Like, we'll have a more in-depth later on when we can have a more spoiler-ish.
What is the statute of limitations on spoiler?
I think a year. Honestly, I think a year.
Fuck that.
No.
We're not going to wait a year to go in depth about this game.
I think it's 2 weeks.
But what we'll do is we'll throw up that whole spoiler. Hey, if you're listening after this,
as I told Chris, we'll give you some more time to beat the game. But considering how you are, we might not give you all the time. Me and him might have to do a spoiler warning episode to discuss the show.
Yeah, and that's fine. And
because
we'll do that.
Knowing you, it could take you upwards of a year.
Oh no, I'm going to keep playing this.
I can.
No, actually, my plans this weekend. Literally, my plans this weekend is the wife and the kid are going out to a birthday party in the morning, early afternoon, whatever it is. I don't have something going on until later in the day, so literally, it's going to be playing that basically all day Saturday, and then because we are so close to Thanksgiving, I am going to be smoking a turkey on Sunday, so literally it's babysitting a smoked turkey and playing. So I plan on getting hopefully far in the game this weekend.
Just get through the story, man.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I mean, look, I didn't rush through by any means. I felt like I did a good amount of side content as it was coming my way, but it took me roughly about 25 hours.
Okay. I mean, like, how are you guys, like...
You did better than I did. I got done with the story, and I'll tell you after the show the minimal amount of side content I had left compared to what was started. But literally it felt to me like I was just, I wasn't like chasing after stuff. Like I was just, oh yeah, okay, I'll do this. Oh yeah, okay, I'll do this. Like it wasn't like I was running, out of my way to do things.
It's interesting.
By the time I got done, I was like, wow, I don't really, in perspective, have as much as I thought I would left. I did a lot.
I won't lie. I mean, it's really kind of, it's an interesting way that they're doing main quests and side quests to me, where they're kind of just like, they kind of just flow into each other to a point.
Some of them do.
Yeah. So,
but a lot of times you'll just like come across something and it's like, well, I kind of want to know where this ends up, so I'm going to do it now.
So just in a yes or no, in your opinion, has it lived up to the hype? Chris?
No.
Ryan?
No.
To the hype?
Yeah.
There's points where it let me down a little bit. I prefer the last game.
Okay.
Over this one, yeah. But is it still an amazingly fantastic game? Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily detrimental to the game.
No, it's just it didn't meet my expectations in some ways.
Got it.
But
it's a solid 8.5 out of 10.
It's a solid 9.5, 9.95 for me.
Oh yeah. I mean, like right now, I'm if I had to just off the content that I have as far as I am, I would give it a 9.
Yeah. Then again, for me, I don't even know why I said that. I don't really understand or have ever cared for the ratings for games like 5-star, but you have to give it something. But for me, like the 10s are like thrown out way too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's a 10. Like that should be a very rare gift. Like the last game, I give it 10. This one,
and is an industry-changing game.
I give the last game a 10.
See, I disagree with you. I don't think a 10 is an industry-changing game. I think a 10 is a game of... There could be a lot of just
it's
elements
what other
of
games
it
are going to be
story.
modeled out after.
Because to me, like when you say industry-changing, that means that like now this is the model for a game, the way that a game should be done.
Chris isn't completely wrong. Like for example, I would give Arkham Asylum a 10 because that technically that changed a lot of things for a lot of other franchises. The way they look at the combat system for one, and there's so many other parts of that game that were kind of game changers.
Yeah,
so that's a 10.
Okay,
I'm sure there are Final Fantasy games that changed RPGs that would be given a 10.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So Creed's not completely wrong in saying that's part of what would be a 10.
True.
If something has that, it's probably a 10.
Okay.
If it changes, the way other developers look at how they're going to make their game, yeah, that game probably was a 10.
Okay. Okay.
Now, I can tell you this about Ragnarok, though. Even though, as far as storytelling goes, this game is a solid 10, and it could be in that category of influencing other games in the future of how they tell the story throughout the mission. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How things are. It could do that.
I get it.
It's not that different from the first one, but I will say this: it was an amazing story.
Okay.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay.
It would definitely be in like my PlayStation. You must play like selection. I had my my brother-in-law and his nephew were sitting next to me all day Saturday for a little girl's birthday party, and I was playing God of War for like 6 hours straight, and he was like, I'm watching a movie. He's like, I know this is a game. He's like, but he's like, there's the cutscenes, the layout, the dialogue in between characters, in between while you're doing in between combat. It's just a wonderful roller coaster.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but when you said that, the first thing I thought of was Mimir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his crap when they're on the boat rides and stuff. I love it.
So, okay, so moving on from God of War, we're gonna get into, like I said, it's getting to the end of the year, and the Video Game Awards are about 21 days away, and I thought this was kind of like a niche-y thing when it first started, and I think it's kind of starting to kind of hit a stride. I think it's also kind of a mini like conference, like because you would get some game reveals and some stuff like that. So I'm kind of interested in what's going to go on. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're going to necessarily talk about because I have no idea. There's always surprises and all of that, but I have no idea what to even go off of right now. But what we can go off of is we can go off the nominees. So the nominees have been put out there. We're not going to go through every category because I don't think we necessarily cover nor play a lot of these. So, for instance, best e-game sport, best e-games,
esports, anything. We're not going to bother.
And it's not that we have anything against it. It's just we just don't know it. We just we're not in that scene.
Esports.
Yeah. So, we might get into some of the indie stuff and all of that. I don't think. I mean, do we really care? Not really a sports. We're not really a sports. We don't follow sport.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. It's probably going to be FIFA or NBA 2K.
Yeah, so something like that. I mean, what do they even have on there? So, sports and racing.
Let me guess. FIFA and NBA 2K right there.
Yeah.
Or Madden or and then there's, FIFA.
Madden isn't actually there.
Yeah, Madden's not in here.
And then there's one game that's that clearly
Ollie World.
That clearly is the let's just give somebody acknowledgement for trying. That's what that game is. So, like they're not going to fucking win. We're just going to put. It's kind of like all but 2 games in the Game of the Year category are just there as just an acknowledgement to them. When we all know what 2 games it's actually up for. Grabs with.
So
that one I voted for actually.
Yep.
And I think we all know what I vote. I actually didn't vote for Sonic, even though I love that movie.
So that's best adaptation. So once again, I'm not really too big on an adaptation of a game. Like,
it's a nice award to have, though, especially because like the first Sonic movie, I don't know what everybody thinks about it, but I actually thought I enjoyed it a lot for a video game adaptation. And the second one was pretty stellar. It has a lot of things that young kids can enjoy, and the parents that they're our age.
Yeah,
that played Sonic when we were kids. There's so much in it for us.
It's true.
Like moments that's cool. They put that in there.
Yeah, it's true.
Not just that, but think about Edge Runners. What that did.
That's what I voted for. I voted for that as best adaptation just because of
Edge Runners.
Yeah, just because my first, even though I guess that's not the point of the category, my first thought was.
No, it's actually
think about what that did for that game. So that's definitely got to win that award.
Yeah.
As Chris said, me and you started playing the game immediately after fucking watching it.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much within a week of watching it, I own Cyberpunk.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the most anticipated, and that's Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident 4 Remake, or Resident Evil 4 Remake.
I don't know if
Starfield and then the Legend of Zelda.
See, I get anticipated as a broad spectrum, but I don't know if a remake should really be in this category.
Yeah, I don't consider a remake as it should be in here. Because I think it should be new games.
I didn't vote in this one.
It's a 50-50 toss-up.
Yeah, I didn't vote in this. Well, it might just be there for acknowledgement because it's not going to win looking at what else is on there.
Yeah.
I would tell you that right now.
It's a toss-up between Starfield and Zelda.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of Harry Potter fans out there.
Dude, it's Zelda.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Zelda.
It's going to be Zelda because Zelda is a game that moves consoles. When the Switch was released, there was more Zelda games sold than there were Switches available.
There's a rumor. The rumor I've heard is that there's might be another version of a Nintendo coming out, and the reason this game's had so many delays is because they're going to sell it with that.
Well, I think the reason it has so many delays is because it's Nintendo.
And they don't release broken games?
Yeah, basically they don't.
They're not Ubisoft. Whoops.
So, next. So, yeah, I think we're all on this, that this one's going to be Zelda.
Zelda, yeah. I would say Starfield if Zelda wasn't there.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, I mean, I still would be surprised if Hogwarts.
I've never played Zelda, but I can tell you Harry Potter's popular and everything, but this is a different world. This is video games, and that's Zelda, dude.
Yeah.
This is coming from someone who's never
loves Harry Potter. She has all the movies and all the books, but she's not buying an Xbox or PlayStation.
And this is coming from someone who's never even played a Zelda game. I can tell you right now, it's gonna be fucking Zelda. Wait, go back to what? Are we going in some kind of order here? Or are we just?
No, I'm just kind of going from the bottom back.
Okay. Well, this seems best multiplayer.
Yeah. So this is best multiplayer.
We all know who's going to win.
Call of Duty. Ironically, Call of Duty does not pick these up. They haven't.
It might be Overwatch.
No, see, Overwatch has had a shitty release.
Well, let's look at the nominees though. Call of Duty might win this year, and they might have done this to give it to Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022. Multiverses, if you don't know what that is, it's a fighting game of Warner Brothers characters from the Warner Brothers franchise.
Which still sounds like a hell of a lot of fun.
I'll never touch it with a 20. I refuse to play a game where Shaggy could beat up Superman. Fuck that. That's stupid. Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3. I don't know what that is.
Splatoon?
I didn't even know they made a third one.
Yeah, Splatoon.
I didn't know they made
paint at people.
I didn't know they made 2 others,
and people turn into squids.
And then the last one almost has my heart vote, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. I want it to win. In fact, everybody, if you're listening, fuck Call of Duty. Even though I play it, everyone vote for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for best multiplayer. It doesn't deserve it, but give it to it.
I'm down.
Best strategy sim game. Ryan, I don't think you play any of these.
No idea what any of those are, but I'm guessing the winner is not going to be Mario.
Mario might come in close because I think they won it 1 year.
Really?
Yeah. I love 2 Point Campus though. I played 2 Point Campus for a while, so that came out a couple of months ago, and that's on PC.
What about Warhammer? I know that name. I know that's really popular.
It is, but once again, I haven't played it though.
Remember, this is voting though, so popularity matters.
Yeah. So I haven't played that Warhammer, so I don't know the Total War Warhammer 3. I probably should, considering I play Warhammer. Best family game. Which one do you guys want?
Family game? I didn't vote for this one, but let's see.
I don't play.
I like this. I think the Skywalker.
I think Lego should get it. That or Kirby.
Yeah. Yeah. You got Kirby, Lego, Skywalker.
Nintendo Switch Sports is always a solid contender, though.
Yeah. So, let's see. Best fighting game.
I haven't touched any of these.
Yeah, I haven't touched a fighting game.
I would say from everything I've been paying attention to, and I've watched, I'm probably going to play it eventually because I've seen a lot about it, is Sifu. I think should run away with that one.
Yeah, that's why I think it's going to. So it's DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle R. I have no idea how people come up with some of these names.
All these games have a chance because a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter did not release.
Yeah. The King of Fighters, what is that, 15? Multiverse. And
holy crap, they're still doing King of Fighters? I remember that from from Neo Geo.
Yeah.
I just aged the shit out of myself.
So best role-playing game.
Elden Ring. This is the one I voted for, Elden Ring.
Yeah, I really think Elden Ring is going to take this. So hold on, it's Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I think it's going to be Elden Ring.
What I'm going to say is a console exclusive like Pokemon is going to have a hard time winning when you have Elden Ring on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
True.
Just like God of War, it's going to be really difficult for that to win Game of the Year because it's a console exclusive.
I really do think that Elden Ring is just going to run away with this one.
What do you mean run? It's not
with this category.
Oh, best role playing.
I mean, not even that it's on all of them. I just think it's just going to take it. Period. I mean, it's just it's an amazing game. So,
it's okay.
Best action
I think it's
adventure.
doing okay from what I understand.
So, okay, best action adventure. Hold on. Let me read the actual names of the games.
Should we bother?
It's A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic.
God of War Ragnarok. This is not even a contest.
Ooh, no, I don't know. Did you guys not play Stray?
The cat game?
Yeah, we're ignoring that. God of War.
Incredible.
It actually is an incredible game.
Yeah, God of War Ragnarok wins.
The first things first, the cat mechanics, I had my cats freaking out because you can hit a meow button and they recorded an actual cat for it all, so my cats were like always freaking out looking all over the place. Where's this other cat?
Yep.
That's great.
And then you also like Horizon. Again, Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, you don't.
Horizon Forbidden West is in the categories it's in because it's basically just a nod. Like let's give them a little credit by making them nominees. They're not going to win. God of War Ragnarok. Moving on.
So this is best action game. So this is the best game in action genre focused primarily on combat.
Ooh, this is
so that's Bayonetta 3, Modern Warfare 2, Neon White. Which, if you guys have not played Neon White, that's a fun ass game. The main character is actually the guy, and he uses his Spike voice from Cowboy Bebop.
Okay, that doesn't make it a great action game, though.
It's still a fun game. Sifu.
He's in a lot of games.
Yeah, Sifu and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Let's do it again, guys. Everyone listening. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the win. Yeah. Everyone vote. Personally, I'd give it to Sifu, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It's probably, I think it's a toss-up between Sifu and Bayonetta 3, honestly. People love Bayonetta
you got to remember,
3.
and you'll hear me bring up this point more than once later when we get to the final thing we're going to talk about. If you think only our votes matter and what wins and what doesn't and aren't politics involved, then you're mistaken. So Call of Duty has a chance in any category it's in.
Yeah, I don't think so. We're going to skip VR, AR, because nobody plays that.
But I would personally give it to Sifu.
Okay.
For best action game.
Innovation in accessibility.
God of War.
So this is recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by even wider audience. So,
there's one game I'm questioning why it's even there.
Which one?
The game that's clearly from, I guess being a remake doesn't matter in this category, but
the Part 1, The Last of Us Part 1. So we have As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part 1, and then The Quarry. So this is like accessibility options.
For people with some disabilities.
Or conditions or whatever. Not necessarily disabilities, but conditions.
Yeah, there's certain things that might hold people back from having the ability to fully play the game the way the rest of us do.
If you look at The Last of Us Part 1, there are a lot of different
I couldn't really tell you who's going to win this one because I've only played. I know God of War Ragnarok does have a shit. If you've actually looked at them, there's actually they did from what I could tell a great job of making sure this game is accessible. Like there's a whole menu for it on its own. And there's a laundry list of options that I could spend half an episode going through, but that would get my vote just because it's the only one I played. I can't speak about the other games.
What about you, Chris? Chris, you were going to say something.
I can't really, as a fully able-bodied person, I have a hard time voting on this one because I don't go in and looking for those features.
Yeah, you're a purist almost to a point, almost to a fault.
I mean, whatever the game's default setting is, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes to a fault, but no.
I voted for God of War just because it's me.
You know what? I think it's going to be As Dusk Falls. There's a lot of things into that, but that's just my vote. Best community support. So, who's supporting this? Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. I really think No Man's Sky is going to take this one.
You didn't really define that category that well.
It's recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness.
It's an award basically recognizing the developers and the people who made the game.
Yeah,
interacting with the community.
I don't know because No Man's Sky there's not. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic online about it. The player count is probably around 500,000.
Probably. I don't know.
I'm not saying this because I like Destiny, but they have multiple events throughout the year. They do a lot of charity events. I'm gonna have to give it to Destiny.
I'll tell you this right now. If you're basing it off of that, then Final Fantasy 14 is going to take it because they have everything almost every month.
But charity events isn't part of what gets you the award. It's interacting with the community.
Final Fantasy 14 won this last year. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 won
I personally voted for No Man's Sky just because I wanted to give them something.
Yep.
So I voted for Destiny 2.
Yep.
Let's give No Man's Sky something. They've done a lot of work.
I think FS14 is going to take it again. Don't care about mobile games. Best indie game?
Sifu.
Cult of the Lamb is going to take it. That or Stray. It's Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, or Tunic. Cult of the Lamb literally is that you are a devil-worshipping lamb and you recruit other animals.
A concept doesn't win you an award, though.
Oh, the play of it is amazing.
Okay, that's what matters. Yeah, the concept doesn't win you an award.
The game is so much fun. People have put hours into this game. Like, dozens of hours.
People have also put hours in Sifu Stray and Tunic. So
yeah, I think Cult of the Lamb's taking this one. Honestly,
it's going to take it.
Best ongoing game. So what is the difference between that and community support?
Ongoing community support is your interaction with the community.
Actually about the developers, it's about the community that plays the game. Versus ongoing support is this game's been out for 10, like Elder Scrolls Online.
That's where I'll give it to Destiny 2. I won't give it for community support. I'll give this one to Destiny 2. Maybe. If they can get past Genshin Impact.
And the other thing. There's another beast in there that you
Fortnite?
In the other category, you ignored that Fortnite was in it too, pretty much. You can't forget about that game.
Yep.
It's kind of... We hate it, but it's popular.
It's not as popular, though. Like, the popularity is slowly dying out.
Thank Jesus. Let's kill it.
I almost stoned my nephew because he saw a picture of Goku and he said it's the guy from Fortnite, and I said, if you want to continue breathing, you're going to stop talking.
Yep,
pretty much.
Okay, so best performance. This is awarded to an individual for voice, overacting, motion, and or performance capture. So we have Horizon Forbidden West, Ashley Birch, which is Aloy, A Plague Tale Requiem, Charlotte McBurney. I don't know who she plays in that game. I haven't played it. God of War Ragnarok, Christopher Judge, obviously, is Kratos. Immortality, Main Engage. I don't know who she plays on that one. And then God of War Ragnarok, we have Sunny Zul'jig. Right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, who plays Atreus.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's going to be a toss-up between Sunny. It's going to be a toss-up with God of War. That's all it is.
Personally, I'd give it to Christopher Judge.
But... I would get... Yeah, I gotta agree with you, but it's a tough one to make.
Yeah, it's between the two God of War voices, but I would give it to Christopher Judge.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
So,
boy.
Best audio design. So obviously, best in-game audio and sound design. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I will give it up before I even do anything. I will give it up. The sounds of the gun cocking and the gun shooting and all of that is amazing in Modern Warfare 2.
It's because they used real firearms.
Yeah, and it does it helps too that I'm wearing what is it, the Steel Series, the Octius Pro.
Yeah, when you wear a good headset, it enhances everything.
Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo Horizon Forbidden West. I could see Gran Turismo taking this one. I could see Forbidden West taking this one. I don't know if God of War.
Everybody taking it.
Yeah, all of them could.
I could see this one. Anybody.
It's really hard to guess who's going to walk away with this one. Like,
I say this is a toss.
I know who I voted for just because, but I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah,
like I couldn't tell you who's going to win. I don't know what goes into the vote. I don't know the details of what makes a game sound better than what would make, because like they're all completely different fucking games.
I think honestly, I think Gran Turismo might take this one just because of the cars and all of that.
I guess cars, yeah, man. I've never played it. I couldn't tell you who's going to win that one. I have no idea.
So, score and music. So, this is the outstanding music, inclusive score, original songs, or licensed soundtrack. What is it? A Plague Tale, again, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal, Hellsinger. That literally is, as you kill things, it creates like a heavy metal sound for you.
That's cool.
And then Xenoblade Chronicles. I think Elden Ring or God of War in this one.
Yeah, it's going to be tossed between those two again, because God of War does have that it's a little planned though, for like when you're interacting with one of the Ace tier gods, they're going to have their own custom soundtrack. But I don't know, something about Elden Ring being on a horseback and it gets really quiet for about 30 seconds, and then you hear that orchestra take off and you see a health bar in the bottom. I don't know, that's what would get my vote.
I voted for God of War.
You voted for God of War?
Absolutely. Oh, the soundtrack's amazing. I've actually listened to it. What you're playing right now, I've listened to the whole soundtrack.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Kratos' theme Oh,
yeah.
Although I will say I will say they shot themselves in the foot in the first game, because I don't think you could beat the song the music that played when Kratos was getting the blades for the first time.
Oh no,
you can't.
They kind of shot themselves in the foot.
No,
in fact, as far as I'm concerned, this is going just towards God of War and off the topic of the games, though. But I think the entire franchise shot themselves in the foot with that scene, because you really couldn't top that.
I will. No, the one that gets me, the part that gets me in that is when he and I find the art direction of it amazing. The fact that
nice segue.
Oh yeah, I got it. So the next category is art direction. Is when he pulls the blades out, and then all you see is the blades, and then his hand comes down, and just softly his fingertips just touch it, and
like
you hear
tentatively,
yeah,
because he doesn't want them,
yeah,
but he has to,
and he kind of just like moves and brushes his hands against the blades, and you hear the blade,
almost like the blades are like, "I miss you."
Yeah, like you hear that sound of the blade, the grind of the blade. It's like, to me, that gave me goosebumps when I first watched that.
That whole scene gave me goosebumps.
Yeah,
especially that's one of those scenes that's definitely for people who played the other games.
Man. Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was a
pure
huge
nostalgia.
That because throughout the entire game you got this fucking axe.
Yeah.
The second I got those, that I struggled with that game no more.
Yeah.
The second I got a hold of those bad boys, I just went to town. It's like, I know how to use these. Yeah. This is familiar.
Are you using the blade?
They're the most used weapon in Ragnarok. I use them the most.
Yeah, me too. I've hardly, not hardly, but yeah, unless I need to, I usually go to
unless an enemy specifically require, or if he's at a distance, like basically the axe is a throwing weapon for me.
Yeah.
And then the blades, I do all the grunt work with.
Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation: Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray.
Sure, I don't know what Scorn is. 4 out of 5 of these, I can honestly say, probably deserve it. We all know it's between 2.
Elden Ring and God of War.
Mm-hmm.
Horizon Forbidden West looks very pretty too.
Yeah, it's between Elden Ring and God of War.
I would not be surprised. I'm calling this as the upset, and this is going to Horizon Forbidden West.
If they give it to Horizon Forbidden West, it's a charity case.
No.
I will say this: God of War looks better than Elden Ring, but Elden Ring's world is more massive, so you can't have the same detail as in just like a brick house as there is in God of War.
And basically, it'd be like trying to put Skyrim up against one of the older God of War games from Skyrim's generation. You know what I mean? God of War is more smaller scale as far as the size of the world and direct, so they can put more detail into it.
Yeah.
Yep. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. This is Plague Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West. I think. What is it? Elden Ring, God of War, and Horizon Forbidden West is almost in every single category.
God of War has 10 nominations. It's got the most. But this one, I know, Dan, you're going to try and play devil's advocate with Horizon. Good
not really.
You. But this one, God of War runs away with this one.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you.
This is not even a contest.
I agree with you on this.
It really, like, Elden Ring's a great game. But when it comes to a narrative, God of War wins.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you 100%. 100%. Like,
yeah, God of War.
Like, to me, I'm like Elden Ring, cool, got it. There's a story. Horizon Forbidden West, I get the whole story.
I played a lot of Elden Ring. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. Horizon Forbidden West, obviously, to me, you have to have a story, or there's no reason to play this game. Like literally, there's no reason to play Horizon Forbidden West without you knowing, that it's story driven. God of War Ragnarok, I feel I'm exploring. Like I feel like I'm not watching a story. I'm a part of the story. Like I feel drawn into it.
It's an experience. More so than it's playing a game.
And that's what I mean. It's like, to me, Horizon Forbidden West is telling you a story. God of War, to me, is I feel I'm in the story.
It's kind of like when you're playing the Uncharted games.
Correct.
Like you are, like you're playing a movie. Yeah. When it comes to narrative, I mean, it's no contest this year, man.
So best game direction. So awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. This one I think is going to Elden Ring.
This is another toss up. There's a third contender there. Yeah. That seems to be in a lot of the same categories, but Horizon Forbidden West, good for you. It's between God of War and Elden Ring.
And then the other ones are Immortality and Stray.
I'm gonna say this: there's no real innovation in Elden Ring except for a horse.
Okay.
Think about it. If you go and play Dark Souls 3, the main difference, other than it being an open world, is there's no horse.
That's true. So then again, I mean, this could be a God of War. Once again, this also could be an Immortality or Stray. I mean, if you think about it.
No. Sorry to our listeners who prefer those games. I got nothing for you. It's God of War or Elden Ring.
Yep. So here's the big one. This is the last category. And that is Game of the Year. So recognizing, obviously, a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. A Plague Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West.
There seems to be a pattern for three of these games.
Yeah, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
And I'm just gonna go back to console exclusives. Have a really hard time of winning Game of the Year.
They do,
but quality matters.
You're not hitting the PC market. You're not hitting the Xbox market. You're hitting just the Nintendo or PlayStation.
I agree. I mean,
that's the reason why I'm going to go.
So the thing
just
though, that let's use some logic.
Not everybody's going to play God of War.
Let's use some logic though. Out of
but the category doesn't say across all platforms. It says across all creative and technical fields.
So wait. So this is where I want us to really look at it. God of War has been nominated for 10 awards.
Yeah.
If they sweep and they get 6 of those,
sweep is 10. That's
not sweep, but if they get 10, they pick up 6 of them. Is that an automatic win for God of War? Is that an automatic, like, it has to be Game of the Year? All these other technical things that you're saying about this game have won. How is this not now Game of the Year? Considering Elden Ring is in the same categories.
Game of the Year is
Elden Ring's not in the same categories because God of War's in 10, Elden Ring's not in that many.
But, I mean, you get what I'm saying, though. It's like, but it seems that Elden Ring is in most of the other ones.
Elden Ring, for sure, shit isn't under accessibility.
Yeah.
No, God, no. No, it's not. There's.
That's why I wouldn't give it Game of the Year, because the limitation of the audience that can play the game.
That being said, the people that play this game with like the Wii bongos, the Wii are absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
But look, here's what I got.
Wait! Before you get into yours, Chris. Speaking of that, have you seen the guy that streamed? He beat every single Souls game.
From Demon Souls
all the way through
Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Elden Ring,
and did not take one hit of damage. And if he did, he started the whole thing all over again.
Am I supposed to congratulate him, or should I just say that's kind of sad?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty awesome achievement, dude.
That you had the time to do that.
I wish I had the time to do that. Okay, go ahead, Chris. What were you going to say?
All right, so here's my my argument of why God of War is not going to make this. Do I want to play God of War again? I do. I truly do. But am I going to sink almost 200 hours into God of War? That's very unlikely. Like I'm probably not gonna touch it again. Like after I complete everything and I platinum it, I'm probably not going to touch it again until New Game Plus.
Well, yeah, that's you're not meant to put 200 hours into God of War.
Elden Ring.
It's not
with the 127 bosses. There's multiple play styles. There's a ton of replayability here. You know, it's a game that's meant for hundreds and hundreds of hours to be sunken into it.
That doesn't mean it's the best experience across all creative and technical fields. Just because you can put shit tons out, I could put shit tons of hours in the Gotham Knights, doesn't mean it deserves awards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like, that doesn't deserve any awards.
None of them.
But after maybe maximum 60 hours, I'm not going to want to play God of War for a few years.
That doesn't mean that it's not the best game across all creative and technical fields. Especially
there's not much technically. I mean, let's just be honest. Like with God of War, there's a lot that's missing on it. The combat is, without Atreus being thrown in there, the combat is identical from the first one, which is not a bad thing by any means.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm 100% there. The combat with Elden Ring is the same thing from all the other Souls games. But with God of War, they took a lot of features and a lot of customization away.
Actually, customization how?
For leveling up the weapons. Now I get it. Story wise, you don't need to add the additional runes to the weapons because everything is there. You have all the stuff from the first game. You know, I get it. Narrative wise, you shouldn't have to fully do everything you did in the first game to make the weapons the way they were. But there's been a lot of stuff that's just, it felt almost lackluster in a way. Like during the game. I really felt like God of War 1, God of War 2018 had a lot more side content throughout the main campaign than this one did in Ragnarok.
I don't think side content. I think
meaningful side content.
No, I disagree on that one.
I've done more than most of the side missions in God of War, and they're all like, as in any game that has side missions. There's some that you're going to be like, okay, but then there's others where you're like, fuck, cool. Like,
so, I think it's, I don't know. I really can't pick on this one. I mean, I can, but I can't.
I can.
I know you're saying God of War.
I because I just can't make my mind up. And
if we're gonna go, if part of it is, as you said, the combat, I give it to God of War. With the combat, Elden Ring feels like Skyrim. It feels like an outdated old combat system. With not a lot of ingenuity to it.
Speaking of the combat system in God of War, aren't you happy that they brought the blood back from the other one? 2018 didn't have any blood.
Well, you're killing monsters.
Yeah, but it wasn't blood. Like this one actually is blood. You actually see like red, like it's gore.
Like Kratos gets covered in bile.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going with Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I'm going to be a fence sitter in this one.
So, no, I think, I don't know. I think.
Plus, I'll also go with what Dan said, which is not something I thought about until you said it. If God of War wins six of the other categories, there's no way it shouldn't win Game of the Year.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
God of War wins 6 categories and Elden Ring wins this, I'll say, oh, it's charity. That's pretty much what I'll say about it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, how can it take all these other categories and not become Game of the Year?
Exactly.
Which
is ultimately why it's
that's like going up 3 games to 1 and then losing.
As intense as the argument could have gotten, the whole argument is stupid because Game of the Year doesn't matter. Because you know what the real Game of the Year is? It's whatever game you enjoyed the most that fucking year.
Yeah, it's true.
Whatever this says, whoever holds a trophy, it does. The only person that holds a trophy up there that it matters is the person who fucking wins for voice acting.
Yeah. I could see that.
It doesn't matter to developers and stuff winning Game of the Year. Yeah, but to us, it shouldn't fucking matter because we don't make any money off this. We spent the money to play it.
I think also direction, too, because that's more of the director. That's more of on the director role. And if you're a good director and you can make a good game, you basically can go to any studio. So you're basically always going to have a job. So I think those are the two.
It matters to them. I'm saying, but like, yeah. I'm saying the only award I actually really care about is the voice actor, because there are people that deserve it because they put on phenomenal performances.
To me,
Sonny and Christopher.
The way that I'm going to look at it is that I will say if God of War can take the majority of the categories prior to this one popping up, it by default it has to win. If it doesn't,
then it's up in the air.
Then I say it's Elden Ring.
But if it wins even half of what it's in, then there's no way
that it can't. It just doesn't make sense.
The whole award show doesn't make sense if a game that wins 5 out of 10 awards.
Correct.
This isn't the 6th one.
So.
But as I said, we can get heated and intense about all we want, but at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter who gives a shit what they think. It's like reviewers of games. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's what you like. So the Video Game Awards is December 8th. It is at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. I really wish one day we can actually go. I wish one day I could surprise you guys and say, hey, we're going out to Los Angeles. We're going to go see the Video Game Awards. But in the way that we can get there is if you subscribe to us or on our Twitch at twitch.tv/thesavepointtv.
That would be entertaining as shit to have us at the Game Awards.
Yeah,
we're up for Best Indie Game. I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. Okay. As far as that goes. But no, check us out, twitch.tv/thesavepointtv. Check us out on Twitter at thesavepoint. From us, if you celebrate it, happy Thanksgiving if you're in the States. If you're not, I guess what is I don't know. Yeah,
I don't even know what you're trying to say. What it is?
Yeah, I don't know. But no, just happy Thanksgiving if you're in the States. And
were you trying to ask what is celebrated in place of Thanksgiving in other places?
No. I was trying to think of what's the Canadian Thanksgiving. Isn't that like Kangaroo Day? No, that's Boxing Day.
Kangaroos aren't in Canada, you fucking idiot. Did you just say Canada and kangaroo?
Yeah, I don't know.
Australia, I am so sorry. Canada, I am so sorry. I love both of you, and I love Australia, and I love America's hat known as Canada.
Yep.
You're both great.
Yep. Yeah, Boxing Day is their Thanksgiving. Or what their equivalent is. But once again, thank you for listening to us.
I just want to go find those fucking kangaroos in Canada now.
There you go. There's the game. That's the best. That's the game of the year next year.
Canadian kangaroo.
Canadian kangaroo hunt.
No, you play as the kangaroo. Canadian kangaroo. He's trying to figure out where the fuck he is.
So, well, thank you for listening to us. Be safe, guys. And we'll see you next time.
It's so cold up there.